Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to Monday, the 21st of October. I almost said August. Um, and yeah, the beginning of week 43 of the year. We've got like 9 weeks of the year left, guys. All right. Okay. So we have currently have the moon in Gemini. All right, I've got to click the buttons. Ah, good morning, Julie. Good morning, Claire. How are you? Nice to see you. I knew there was someone there. All right, one day my screen will get it right straight away. All right, so the moon is in Gemini right now, and it is coming up to conjunct Jupiter later up in the day. Good morning, Alicia. I was going to message you today. You have been on my mind. And okay, so Moon conjunct Jupiter later on. Good morning, Paulette. All right, so Jupiter being retrograde. All right, we have this. So Moon in Gemini, communication, thoughts, writing, neighborhoods, transport, contracts, just general, getting your message across. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Kathy. So now with Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, it's like we need to turn within to see our awareness. All right. We get it. We know what we've been through, but connecting the dots and putting all of those pieces into um, a logical time frame, a logical statement that shows you what you have learned. All right. I'm going to read the words because it's going to articulate it better. All right, so it's right there. That truth that may suck, the awareness of the boundaries that need to be set, the lessons and potentials that have come about because of what you have experienced. What are you going to do about it? It's not a matter of urgency, but something must happen because it's not going to change without you taking some action. All right, so now in the sky, we're like I said, the moon's in Gemini right now, so we're thinky, feely, talky. But the sun is square Pluto and opposing Hydra. All right, so now in a couple of days, I think it might even be Monday, we're going to have the Sun opposition Hydra. All right. So, what are you doing about those mental health and well being topics in your life? Is there something that is just doing your head in? Are you physically struggling with something that needs to be addressed? Good morning, Kath. How are you? Um, and because Pluto and Hydra are also squared, all right? So I'm just this growing energy that we have of, you know, the transformation that needs to come is our foundation. The structures we have built our life upon. The square to Pluto is bringing up some uncomfortable truths. All right, that truth that may suck, but you need to just go, all right, I'm going to stop fighting it. Because good morning, Louise. Because it's not good for me, Sun opposition Hygieia, that I'm not doing the right thing. That square to Pluto is completely breaking down all of our old structures. And on the 20th of November, when it goes into Aquarius, that's it. Chapter closed. All right. So you literally have 1 month to start finalizing all of these issues that we've had over the last 20 years or since 2008 when Pluto went into Capricorn. So, I mean, I've spoken about this quite a lot. We are seeing the breakdown of the old structures. All right. What are you going to do with the information that you have, the experiences that you have been through? Those are valuable tools in your toolbox when you look at them from the perspective of this is a life of spiritual lessons. And I don't know if you believe in karma or, past lives, future potentials, like whatever your jam is, like I'm not here to tell you anything. I'm here to just decipher what's in the sky. So, the sky is saying, it is time to let those old things go and think about what are the new things that you want to put into place? All right. What is going to work for you now? And it doesn't matter that you don't have the answers. It matters that you try something. At the end here, I wrote, it's not going to change without you taking some action. And it's not a matter of urgency. It doesn't have to be done in this moment, but it does have to be done. You do have to. All right. So Venus is trine the north node and sextile the south node. That's fabulous because she's got this positive influence showing her that yellow brick road, you know, and the sextile to the south node is allowing her to release those old things with ease. All right, that south node is in Libra. All right, the north node is in Aries. She is moving towards a more independent future. She is allowing herself to release those codependent um, energies. And, I'm saying codependent, I just mean enmeshed, too reliant on other people's opinions, too fearful to go and try and be that independent person without other people having their input. And it's not necessary, because you do have you do have a mind that is very clever. And, if you're telling yourself otherwise, then that little inner critic needs to stop for a minute and have the inner observer allow allow that inner observer to give you some credit where credit's due, to lift you up from the inside by showing you all the things that you have done well. The inner critic is there to keep us safe, you know, but we do have also, the angel and the devil, the inner critic and the observer. Allow that observer to give you some of those positive feedback that, that you're so quick to crush because of other people's opinions. We're releasing that now. So, in the coming days, as soon as the sun moves into Scorpio on Wednesday morning, the sky is then going to be ruled by Mars. All right. So then Mars is sextile Uranus. Awesome. Because new ideas around what we need to do to be comfortable are coming our way. It is trine to Neptune. So there is this spiritual values coming our way. They are in orb now, but once the sun moves into Scorpio, it's going to be stronger. All right. Right now, it's being ruled by Venus because the sun is in Libra, and Venus, like I said, is touching on those nodes. So she is finding balance. She is able to stand at that crossroads and look in both directions and choose to go forward by letting go of all those weighty problems of the past. All right. Now, Mars is also coming up to an opposition to Pluto that is going to be very volatile, but it's also like, oh my God, the visual that I've got is a wildfire, in the Australian bush. If it's done right, the the back burning or the burning off allows the bush to regenerate successfully. Like the seeds need the fire to germinate. The underbrush is cleared. In a slow burn, the animals can get away. It is the preparation for the transformation. So that's another thing, so, and then Mars is also square Hydrea. All right. So like I said, Sun square Pluto, Sun opposition Hydrea, Pluto square Hydrea, Mars square Hydrea. Okay, so Mars and Pluto. So, I'm just sort of trying to talk about the volatility. There may be some discomfort, but ultimately the journey through Scorpio is all about us going into those hidden places so that we can find the golden jewels, so that we can allow those skeletons, good morning, Sally, so we can allow those skeletons out of the closet so that we can see that they are just, you know, plastic skeletons bought from Kmart or whatever. They're not the fear, they're not the scary things that our inner children are terrified of. We are adults now. We can open those doors and rationally, logically, and with the wisdom of our experience, view those things for what they are, for when they were put in there. Sorry. See, this is that Jupiter moon in Gemini coming up to Jupiter retrograde. The wisdom of our thoughts, the wisdom of our experience, how we are communicating our fears to ourselves, as well as standing at that crossroads and looking back and forth. And because they're both in an air sign as well. Libra is air, Gemini is air. So um even though Venus is in Sag now, so the Sun in Libra is being ruled by Venus in Sagittarius. So she's got that philosophy, she's got that higher learning and higher spiritual values. She's got that sense of adventure where she's not scared to tread, what is it? Where walk where angels fear to tread. She's got her camo pants on. She's got her adventure pants on, and she is off and willing to, look at these things. So, she survived Scorpio. She's like, if I can do that, I can do anything. She's off. All right. Same with with Mercury right now. I think Mercury is at about 15 degrees, maybe. Let me have a quick look. Mercury might be near that midpoint. Mercury's at 11 degrees. But still, it's coming up to that part of the journey where, bell curve. He's almost at the bottom. He's almost at that place where he's like, all right, I can't get much deeper than this. So I hope that you're not in the realm of, oh my God, this is just too much. I hope you can sort of see the potential in hanging out in these places for just, excuse me, a little bit longer. All right. Wow. How do you feel? Is this relevant? Are you feeling this? I'm going to draw a card. Um, Now, after 12 o'clock lunchtime, the moon starts to sextile Chiron. So, there is going to be the key is Chiron because it is literally the glyph of a key, a skeleton key. And, that sextile where the cogs start to turn. So the moon reaches Jupiter, awareness. The key starts the cogs turning. And then later on in the day, after 6 p.m., there is a trine to the sun. So another harmonious aspect to what the sun in Libra is trying to show us. So I feel like it's going to be a really, really nice day, like just a day where you're like, it is what it is. The thoughts are what they are. You can just, you know, you can just take a deep breath and look at it from a different perspective. All right, let's what card? Okay, not that one. Oh, more. I love that one. Look at that, the Nine of Cups. You know, oh, I just love this one. Just that, the treasure. So she's got an open treasure chest right there. So this is like very reminiscent of that, going into the depths because that's where gold and jewels are hidden. To open that Pandora's box and to just let all of that inner knowledge and experience that you have out. Fill those cups. Those cups are your future potential. So I like that. Like it literally is like your inner experience is the thing that is able to fill those cups. So I hope that feels good for everyone. Um, Now, tomorrow morning, we have the sun going into its 29th degree of Libra. All right. So that anaretic degree. Today, it's at 28 almost. And so tomorrow, we've got the moon going into Cancer at 9:50 a.m. and then the sun at that 29th degree. So we get to nurture ourselves or look at, that family of origin, family, ancestry, our home, our children, you know, Mars also there in Cancer, what we are willing to protect ourselves from and for. And then, the culmination of all of the information that we've learnt in the last month with the sun in Libra. So, oh, I've just got pain in the belly. So yeah, I hope your day is fabulous. I hope you do find that inner knowing and that inner just that inner, it's just allow it to come out, and remember that ultimately Chiron will put the key in the door to open that sun trine experience later on. So I hope you are feeling well, and yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah, lots of love. Hi, Sean. You'll have to watch the replay. See ya.